Hi.
Hey.
So,
Man, I'm really uncomfortable.
are you?
Yeah. It's like I can't.
Oh, I want to know how long you've been sitting with that thing on you.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, see this shit, man?
Yeah, he won that last year. Who did you beat? Eli?
I just kicked your fucking ass, you bitch.
You did.
Yeah, so remember week 1? Who's Scotty's fucking team sucks and he's not gonna fucking do good anymore.
I didn't
But
say
guess
that.
what? I'm averaging up fucking the most points in the league.
I didn't say
I'm
that.
doing good. You said that. Actually, you said, no, his fucking flex players are trash.
And I stand by that comment, as we explained last week, because your flex was trash, and you fixed it, and now your team's good. Which is why I pick you virtually every week, except for against me.
You should, because I'm fucking awesome.
Well, fucking awesome. Let's get on with it. So we're going to go over a couple of housekeeping things. Normally I make this portion of the video all by myself on Tuesday, but I was in such a spiral of depression from my agonizing 36-point loss to Scotty that I chose not to.
It's not a loss. It's a fucking ass kicking.
It's a loss.
I beat your ass.
I know. I'm admitting it. Because he says I have an excuse for it. I lost. My team sucked and I lost.
Oh, no, there was excuses yesterday.
His team was better. He says the excuses, but I was just literally just stating facts.
I fucking didn't even score 80-something points.
Yeah, he scored 83 points.
You know, if
how many of you guys win with 83 points?
And if this guy showed up...
I didn't say that. I didn't. I said my team sucked. And I only scored 83 points. That's pretty much the gist of it.
I heard your quarterback only scored 5 points, so we'll see. And then
I thought mine scored 7. I was like, you fucking piece of shit. It was the most frustrating day of fantasy football.
So
not as frustrating as Matthew Berry.
Cheers to an ass kicking.
Ouch. So, I take a quick look at the standings so far this year, and obviously Scotty's 5-1.
Scotty's what? Scotty's 5-1.
5-1.
First motherfucking place.
All by himself. There's no other 5-1 teams. There's just him.
And I have the 4th most points scored against me too.
Yeah, it was something like that. I believe you. I know you looked it up. So we also have a logjam of 5 teams caught.
When you can't poop.
Yeah, logjam.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, right. So we got this logjam at 4-2. Where it's Brandy, Eli, JG, me, and Craig stuck at 4-2. Nikki's kind of on that bubble just outside of the playoffs at 3-3. Darren's 2-4, but has won his last 2 matchups.
2-4.
Skin. And Bob and Brandon.
This can be a funny one.
Bob and Brandon. We'll get there. Our power rankings, the way that they wound up, I know you weren't here when I did this, but 100 is the highest score you can get on this. So Scotty comes in at number 1 at 95.
Whoa.
That's JG at number 2 at 86.
Oh, wow. That's an ass kicking, too.
Brandy at 79. Eli at 73. Me down at 70. Craig at 65. This is where it gets bad. Nikki at 58. Darren at 55. Fob at 40.
Woo!
And Brandon at 24.
24.
And he's only at 24 because he's ranked 3rd in strength of schedule.
And if you flip the number, it's only 42. That's still pretty shitty.
Still pretty shitty, no matter what. So that's how the power rankings kind of wound up.
Yeah, offer Mario for Brady. But yeah, so power rankings.
So that's the power rankings. As far as our recap to last week, again, normally I do this part by myself. But I think we've discussed this maybe at least once in this video. But Scotty beat me by 36 points.
Kicked his ass by 36 points.
It was bad. Eli beat Brandon by 14 points.
Yikes.
So he was in a close one, but in the end he prevailed. Darren beat Fabian by 2. And not just by 2, but they both had their tight ends going on Monday Night Football. Kittle versus Jimmy Graham. And Kittle scored Darren 3 points. And that's how he won by 2. Was Kittle. And if we were all wondering when Kittle got his 3 points, all 3 points scored in the 4th quarter of that game when it was over.
Kittle.
So
Get with me, Planka.
JG beat Nikki by 11. Now this is one of my favorite things ever because had he started Carson Wentz like he asked Facebook,
And that guy told him no because Phillip Rivers was guaranteed 300 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He did not get that.
He got like 230.
So Wentz would have scored you an extra 10 points.
Ooh.
You'd have been down by 1, and if you had taken the advice that I had given and started O.J. Howard instead of Jared Cook, you would have gotten 11 points instead of the Uno that Cook got you, and you'd have beat JG. So you lost because you're your own worst enemy. If you're going to ask Facebook for lineup tips, how about you take them? Brandy demolished Craig. Like, this motherfucker thinks he won? Brandy.
Yeah, but here...
Brandy beat a team that had one loss all season by 55. She scored 147 points.
Mm-hmm. But...
to Craig's 90-something.
But...
there's no but.
Yes, there's a but.
Brandy would have beat everybody's ass on the schedule.
And you know what? I'm glad I didn't match up. But beating you by 36 points, anybody in this league beating you by 36 points.
That's a big accomplishment.
Love it.
I mean,
because we love to rub it in your fucking face.
Craig beat me by 49 points.
Yeah,
so
he can't even beat his own. No, he can.
Well, yeah, he's got 4 wins. He's beat some stuff so far.
I'm gonna get my date drunk.
Nah, you haven't met his new girlfriend, Melanie. I'll send y'all a picture. She's cute.
Yeah, she's round and redheaded, a little juicy,
green on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So those were our matchups last week. Now, as for our predictions for this week, I think these are my favorite matchups all season. The way that each one of these wound up is such a really good matchup. We'll start with Darren and Brandy. Darren and Brandy, husband versus wife.
Oh,
I love this matchup. Statistically, Brandy always wins this.
I have it written down on my paper as DOB versus BOB.
Nice.
So it's Dob versus Bob.
Dob and Bob. So historically,
yeah, because it's the initial.
Yeah. So historically, Brandy's won this matchup over and over. I think it's because
funnier than you thought.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look back at this afterwards and I'm gonna laugh my ass off, but I missed it. I'm sorry. Dob and Bob.
This is why y'all need to smoke weed, because if you don't, you end up like this cunt. Fuck. But anyways, so yeah, traditionally, Brandy kicks Darren's ass.
I think it's because Darren wants to get laid, so he lets her win.
It's fucking genius.
Right? Oh, honey, you did great.
Well, looks like I'm not gonna fucking win this week then. What?
What?
No.
So, who you picking to win?
Bob.
I'm going to take Dob. I think Darren rides his 2-game win streak.
Like that big dick that yesterday.
Darren has no major players on bye this week. Nobody that normally starts. Brandy has Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Antonio Brown, all on bye this week.
Yeah, but she just dropped like $1.55. Remember when you told me $1.40 something?
$1.47. And now those people who helped her drop that $1.40 something, they ain't playing this week.
Sorry, bro. You'll see.
So
let's go BOB.
Okay.
Bob for the W.
Craig versus Nikki.
What up, Craig?
So this is the bottom ranked 4-2 team, Craig, versus the team right below him in Nikki. The former headmasters of the NOM. Because Nikki's not part of the NOM
No,
anymore.
Nikki's not part of the NOM.
Not anymore.
If y'all don't
But
know,
he used to be.
If
you can't tell me Nikki didn't used to be a part of the NOM. He did.
Yeah, but
He did.
if y'all don't know what NOM means, NOM, it's the Nation of Masturbation.
Boom.
Craig's a champ right now. Yo.
Craig is the champ. That's why every week when you say every week when you say Chaz Daz, there's his porn name.
Yeah, that's a cool.
I don't know how he has a porn name though. Who's he giving that porn name to?
You've never
Chaz Daz.
What if that's his Tinder profile?
Shit.
It's pretty dope, right?
Well, apparently not, because it's not getting any results.
We don't know. He'd probably nah. No.
So
You've never given yourself a porn name?
No.
I mean, my last name's Johnson, so
Oh,
that's kind of pretty fucking easy.
I like Craig or Nikki.
I think Nam's gonna be taken up this week. I think Nam's gonna be shooting blanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like Nikki.
I'm stoned. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Nikki, man. I don't know. I think Julio Jones is gonna have a good game, and that's kind of a big fucking chunk of Nikki's points.
I think
No.
Nikki has 2 or 3 of his starters on bye this week, and Craig has nobody on bye. And Mohamed Sanu scored at least 10 points every week since you traded him. I think Craig wins. Boosh. That's what's so good about these matchups. It literally, anybody could win most of these. Say most. Most. Scotty versus JG.
Let me see who I wrote.
FYI, Scotty has never been bold enough to pick against himself.
Why would I?
I'm just
Fucking
saying.
5-1, you cock.
I picked against myself twice, and I was right one of the times.
I'm not picking against myself. I'm on a hot streak right now. I'm gonna ride this shit out. I mean, it's gonna be tough. Don't get me wrong. Especially if somebody bites on one of these fucking bullshit trade offers. But yeah, I'm going with myself. Yo, I'm doing pretty good.
And
If Deshaun Watson can do better than fucking 5,
Yep.
like my balls could have scored 5.
and neither Scotty or JG has a starter on bye this week. You guys are both clean, so it's your best lineups against each other. I'm also gonna pick Scotty. He thinks it'll be close. I don't. I think this will be a beating. I told you I pick you almost every week.
I'm gonna beat him like my dick.
Yo, that's a beating.
For real.
All right, how about this
You know,
next
you
one?
sleep and you're like,
Uh-oh. I forgot to beat off.
It's a meme I sent you today. That was an awesome meme. It was great. Next matchup. This one been brewing all season. Ever since Fuckface told me that Alfred Morris, who he dropped, was going to outscore Matt Breida. Me versus Eli. Eli, I've been calling you your team fucking trash every week since the season started. Even though your team scored more points this season than mine has. I think you just had a couple awesome weeks, and your team really sucks on the surface. And you get lucky every week with an easy matchup, and I don't know how your opponent always scores 6 points every week.
Well, I was gonna pick Mackey, but whatever that bullshit was, Eli, just beat his ass for me, bro. Please.
You already did it, so
Again.
again,
Just 2 back-to-back ass kickings.
so
Would be great. And it would drop him way down the standings. Maybe
would.
even close to out of playoff contention.
if Nikki were to win and score high, then yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So that would be bad for me. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I'm playing Fabian next week. But I'm obviously going to pick myself because I think Eli's team's trash. I think you have no wide receivers, and your best wide receivers on fucking bye this week. I do lose James Conner this week. I'll give you that. But I have enough on my team, and I don't think my team's going to suck balls 2 weeks in a row. Matt Breida does not suck.
He sucks.
If we shake our head like this over and over, it's not going to change what we say. So I'm picking me. You're picking Eli. We've literally picked different on every one, except for you. We picked you. So, on to our matchup of the week.
The TB Classic.
The toilet bowl.
Yeah, not Tom Brady. Fucking stupid.
Even though one of these members refuses to trade Tom Brady for Patrick Mahomes.
Straight up.
Straight up. Now he wants Mahomes and a player.
Oh,
That's smart.
I mean, yeah.
Good negotiating skills.
Yeah. If you have in a bond, don't call him because you die.
So this is Brandon versus Fabian.
If y'all couldn't figure that out yet.
0-6 versus 0-6. I looked everywhere. Back in our league history, never has an 0-16 played an 0-16. We've never had this much utter futility at the bottom of the league.
So what you're saying is somebody is going to be 0-7.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
6-1.
we could go Cleveland Brown on this and just tie at 90.
90. That's a lot of points. Dude.
That's typically where these two end up every week. They typically like to just stall right at 90.
That's it.
That's why they lose. Do you know that Fabian's lowest point total all season is 90? But his highest is like 102. So like he's in that 12-point range every week.
He would have beat me one week.
Really?
First week.
Oh, first week. Yeah. Shit. Imagine that. Bizarro world. So, who do you got in the toilet bowl?
I'm taking the Guatemalan.
Do you know? This is a fact here.
I think it's because Brandon's got a fuckload of buys.
He does have a fuckload of buys. But Scotty has picked Fabian 4 weeks in a row to win.
Come on, bruh. Fucking help me out. Make me sound like a bitch.
Boosh.
Even though you tried to tell everybody today that I was fucking a bullshitter, but
True. But he's still going to pick you.
don't prove me wrong. You probably got to prove
Yo,
me
I
wrong.
want to call this a tie. I can't pick either. You two losers.
Be bold.
Fuck. Fine. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say that Brandon wins this shit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because why not? Why not? Yes. Final answer. Brandon.
I get.
I get.
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt, skirt. So, I mean, those are our picks and recaps from last week.
If y'all didn't know, I beat Matt by 36 points. And I'm rocking this motherfucker proud, yo.
You're wearing that pretty high up.
Yeah, because I got a fat belly.
Oh.
So if I put it around my waist.
It just like the buttons will pop out.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
But like, see, it gets stuck in my belly too.
That's how that was like. Yep. Yo, get your shit away from me. Feel like I just got molested.
Yeah. You already know. See ya.